Hey, farming peeps, how we doing? Toster12 here. And it's time this week again for the lunchtime discussion. And there's a few things that had popped up. A couple people, about 3 people, has had some, actually mentioned they had some good ideas, some stuff that popped up, and some stuff they thought of, and I have to agree with them. I mean, they got some good ideas, good thoughts on this. If we can just get giants to kind of coincide, we'd be doing great. It's possible. Maybe. I don't know. It's a long shot, but it could happen. Anyway, first of all, I want to give kudos to all the modders. Whether I gripe and complain about your mod or whether I don't, and I praise it either way, kudos to each and every one of you, because you're the ones that, in my opinion, that actually make this game. The modders give us something to look forward to look out for, to wait on, in anticipation of. I mean, honestly, imagine the game with no mods. Then how would you feel? I would still like it. I'd still play it. But it'd be a different aspect of it. With the modders making the new maps, making the new machinery, the attachments, it makes it more interesting, and it makes it fun, because each week is something different. It keeps the grandize of things going. So, with that being said, kudos to all the modders. You're awesome. I do have one thing. Kudos to all the modders, but we keep consistently getting the same mods over and over and over. I mean, and I know if I just had one mod of something, it would suck. But how many cultivators do we need, and how many bell spikes and hay stingers and stuff do we need? I mean, oh my gosh. And I realize it's some of it is like, well, this is what I wanted, this is how I pictured it. Well, I understand, to each his own. But my goodness. And it's not the same modder making the same stuff. I realize that, but it's still kind of comical in my opinion. I'm like, we just got one of those last week, where we got 2 of them drop at the same time, but they're totally different. You know, the 2 chicken pens. I mean, so it is what it is, and I'm thankful for each and every one of them. But it's just it's nerve-wracking on the same token, because it's like, okay, I've got 50 of these. I don't need but 2 or 1, if that matter, for that matter. Which I think is kind of comical in and of itself, because of the fact, and I've complained about it too, but it's still funny. I mean, you sit back and think about it. I mean, like I said, imagine the game with no mods. That's how I started out on the Switch, in Farming Simulator. The Switch, what you get with the game is what you got. There is no mods to download. There's no changing. There's no new maps, or wasn't. I don't know if there is now. But what you got with the game is what you got. There is nothing more and nothing less. So I've been there. I know what it's like. So I am totally thankful for all of the modders that mod and do this. I mean, kudos and hats off to y'all. The next thing is, what does everyone think about the update that we got last week? Good, bad, indifferent? Are you praising it? Do you hate it? Do you like it? And have you noticed anything? Because honestly, I haven't really noticed a whole heck of a lot. I noticed it kind of messed up a few things, but I think that's been sorted out, or maybe it's just user error. It's possible. I'm not going to say it wasn't a squirrel or 2, because it very possibly could have been a squirrel. But on the same token, I've heard a few people say that there is some problems with the update, so we may have to have an update for the update, which is also possible. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of the update, and have you really noticed anything? Any changes that took place that you've actually, seen for a dramatic aspect of it? Something that's just blown you off your heels. Other than that, I've not seen a whole lot. And the thing of it is they said there was going to be some updates. Sweet. Okay. They fixed crash with very large foliage draw distances. Supposedly. I don't know if they did or not, but anyway, they said they did. They reduced stuttering with slow hard drives. That's awesome. So basically, what that tells me is they fixed the stuttering that was available and happening with the OEM version of the PlayStation hard drive, basically, and probably the Xbox, the ones that come out with it, because they're not the run-of-the-mill hard drive. They're nothing special. So it has to be a pretty good, fast hard drive to process some of this information. So they probably fixed some of those standards. That's awesome. I mean, I have an OEM version hard drive. I don't have anything special. It's just whatever come with the PS4. So kudos. I haven't noticed anything different, but maybe it did fix it. Who knows? They improved the day and night transition. Now that was in PC and Mac only, so console users, you won't notice any difference there. But PC and Mac users, did y'all notice anything? Reduced specular lighting flickering. Okay. And vehicles with sound improvements, graphics, and quality. It wasn't the actually sound improvements I was looking toward. I was actually wanting the the Big Bud to actually have a Big Bud horn. Yeah. And for the most part, it's got a horn, but it's not the Big Bud horn. It's just a horn. I mean, like I said, a sick Kawasaki motorcycle sounds better. The and fixed rare issues with bell collisions on consoles. Bell collisions on consoles. Never had a bell collision. Hit a few trees and buildings, but never had a bell collision. Performance improvements. Well, now that's a winner. I just wish I knew what the performance improvement was. But I guess that's a need-to-know basis only. Fixed helpers folding cotton harvester with bale loaded. Okay. Didn't know there was a problem there. I haven't really used the cotton harvester all that much, but the times that I have used it, I hadn't had that many problems. Of course, AI is stupid anyway. AI is not artificial intelligence. AI is actual idiots, because they need to fix the actual idiots, period, not just with the cotton bale harvester. Those workers are idiots. They cannot stay within their boundaries. They can't finish a job. They can't turn around correctly. They can't avidly miss something that's in the way of them. They have to go, oh, it's obstructed, and run over it anyway. That's nice. Thank you. So, I don't think your only problem with the bale harvester or the cotton is the only problem with your AI. I think it's way deeper than that. Because your workers, period, need fixed. And the little deal we had with the RDC FS19 map. They put the map up, and I was one of the lucky ones to actually get it the first round when they had it, before they jerked it down. And I played on it a little bit. It had problems, but it worked. And it had the 2 new crops. So now, I have a question. These maps that we can't put on console because console can't handle, won't perform correctly, or won't work on, it worked on that one, and it wasn't even ready for console. Or so I suspect. I don't know. However, they say point blank it wasn't ready for console, but now it is. And it worked prior to. Why won't the other ones work? Why can't we have other crops on console since we have other crops on that map? I mean, couldn't those crops be implemented in and thrown into the other maps if that modder would okay it? Or could Giants just allow other crops, period, to be put in the current maps? That would be neat, I think. Have different crops. Something to think on, something to ponder. And that brings me to another point. William Trey, he had a really good suggestion and idea. Thank you, William. He said that why can't we have corresponding crops that fits the origin of the map? So if the map is from Europe, why can't we have crops custom to that area? Makes perfect sense to me. I mean, couldn't we have crops from there? I mean, I know it's all over the country. People can grow all kinds of stuff. I realize that. But they gotta grow something slightly different than what we would here in America. So can't we have crops from that region, that area? I think that would be cool. Especially some that goes along with the map. You know, that's specifically for that map only because it's specific to that area. Kudos, William. That's awesome. I agree with you. Also, Tyler Cheesewright had an amazing idea. Thank you, Tyler. Why doesn't rain affect the crop output and the crop growth? We have the rain in game, so let's have it an effect on the crops that we have planted. I think that's a pretty good idea. Either rain or no rain have an effect, especially if you're going to do seasons. That would be a perfect thing to do with seasons, because there you have it. Some crops don't get enough water. Some crops get too much. And that should be part of seasons, I think. I mean, yeah, it'd be the game a little bit harder. But after all, if you're wanting seasons, you're after realism anyway. This is a simulation game. Makes perfect sense to me. And make it to where it's adjustable. You know, there's moderate, easy, hard, you know, something of that nature, to where it's adjustable. Kudos, Tyler. I think that's awesome. Also, Tiny426. He has a good idea. Thank you, Tiny. We can turn crop destruction on and off. And if we don't have the correct wheels, we drive through the field and lo and behold, crop destruction. There it is. But it only does crop destruction to our fields, not to all crops. So if we're driving across our neighbors or property that is not owned by us, it doesn't affect it. Why? It's crop destruction. It should be turned on. And I mean, if you're looking for the realism, in all honesty, you go driving through a field that you don't own in real life, is it going to destroy it? Yes. So come on, Giants. If you're going to have the crop destruction, have the crop destruction. Turn that stuff on. Come on. Give us the realism. So, and what I'm thinking is our animal prices. And I understand it's easier to do because of the programming and stuff of it. But why put the pigs, the black pigs, the white pigs, the black and white, I guess the Hillshire, what are those pigs? I can't remember the names of them. Anyway, the breed of them. But anyway, the pigs. The Holstein cattle, the Brahma, and all that, they're all the same price. Why? They're different breeds. They're different. They're the same animal, but they're a different breed of that animal. They're not the same type. The cows, they're all bovine, but they're not all Holstein. They're not all Brahma. So put different prices on them. Put different buy prices, different sell prices for each breed. Make it slightly different. Some more higher than others, some lower than others. That way there's a competition, if you will, for which breed you want, or which one you can afford. Start out with the lowest, then go and move to the highest. Makes perfect sense to me. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I know everything can't happen, and it's not going to happen. And if it does, it's not going to happen overnight. But the realism of it would be simply amazing, I think, anyway. So, I appreciate you guys that spoke up and posted in the comments and gave me some ideas and shared your ideas as well. I think that's awesome. If you have any more ideas for the lunchtime discussion next week, by all means, post them in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of these ideas. And if you have anything to add to that, good, bad, indifferent, we don't care. We just want to hear it. So, let us know. Post in the comments down below. Don't worry, no arguing, no hard feelings, which I may argue with you a little bit. It's just, that's me. That's just the way I am. But regardless, there's no hard feelings. I promise you. Not everyone has to think the same way. Not everyone has to agree. We can't agree to disagree. We're human. We're going to have a different thought process. No one will ever agree 100% on everything 100% of the time. Not possible. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone. Appreciate you. A thumbs up would be awesome. Subscribe if you hadn't already done so. Thumbs up, let me know how you like it, what you liked about it, and let me know your feelings on it. Thumbs down, let me know what you didn't like, let me know what you want to change. Give me suggestions. I'm open to all of them, and criticism is appreciated. So, until next week for the lunchtime discussion, we'll catch you later.